Good evening, people. Welcome back to the 3 Points Podcast, episode 3. I'm with Luke.
Yes, hello everybody.
Yeah, and how you been, Luke, this week? You been working?
Yeah, I've been good. Working, doing my thing. But first, we're going to start with some shout-outs. If you want to give your shout-outs first.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout-out to my Uncle Dave, massive gooner, season ticket holder, and...
loving that.
Yeah, and he knows I got mad love for him, so shout-out to him. I want to shout-out Harrison Carter, who messaged us.
Yes, I saw
the
that.
week, saying
that.
good job, fellas.
Good feedback.
Man, thank you for checking us out.
Yeah, I'll give a little work shout out to Terry. He said
Terry.
Sent some love to the podcast, so you got to respect that.
And we've also need you to respond to something, Luke. Let me just get this message up.
Get it up for me, Marc. Come on.
Podcast was good, bro. Although not sure what Luke's smoking with that 4-3 prediction. Now, this is Daniel O'Callaghan.
So who's called me out there, Daniel?
Who's a Liverpool fan, and obviously, you know, he gets a bit touchy.
Let me break it to him, mate. Everton are slotting 3 past you.
No, you said 4-3.
Oh, 4-3?
Everton slotting 4 past them. That's what you said on the last
Now
episode.
I'm taking what I said back. 4?
Yeah,
We've seen high-scoring games as Premier League. I'm sticking to my guns. 4-3.
To Everton?
Yeah, Ancelotti's going to rip this team apart, bro. If they play the same how they played against Villa, which I really doubt they will, but I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm optimistic they could choke it, but I really don't think they will. But deep down, you know, praying for Everton here, so I think 4-3 Everton. Daniel, mate, I'm smoking the finest stuff, if you ask that question.
And I will say this, if that result does happen, I think Daniel will be coming off of all
Yeah, just to touch up on why I do believe that, by the way. Ancelotti this season's team has just been playing like high-scoring games, 5-2 against, like, just banging goals in, you know? So, like, I think as an Everton fan right now, you wouldn't be crazy to think that. I know history's in, obviously, Liverpool's favour. We talked about this before, but we'll touch upon it later. But I just honestly think There
you go, Daniel.
They're going to get goals banged past them.
Yeah, so, no, it'll be interesting. That's a big game. I'm looking forward to that game this weekend. And we've got West Ham under-13 starting on Tuesday, which is our indoor team. And it might be a bit weird calling it West Ham under-13s, but it was...
Yeah, we're going to definitely get a lot of teams
from in-betweeners. Yeah, Jay from the in-betweeners said that he was on tour with West Ham under-13s, so we had to think of a team name.
Yeah, we're probably going to get a lot of teams thinking we're actually under-13s players.
Yeah, so we've got our fixtures come out on Friday, man, and we've got our first game next Tuesday.
Mate, this is going to be a season to remember. And just mainly for the banter.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to the pub after the games, you know. So I think it'll be a good start.
I think, it's the social drinking we're doing it for. But we'll give a shout out to the team, to the squad, because it's only meant to be 5-a-side, but we've...
Yeah, we have a big squad, hey. We might have to do some injury call-outs, and I don't know how this is going to work, but...
So we got Liam Maher, who will be on the show next week as a United fan.
Yes.
Luke Yates, obviously one of our hosts. Daniel O'Callaghan, just spoke about him, unlucky a Liverpool fan. Erin Fitzgerald, who's... she's not really into football, but she's coming along for the banter. You already had a run-in with her earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about that.
No, that one's for definitely a different episode, as she definitely served me my humble pie.
Yeah, she
Look, Erin, you can take that W. You can hold that one, but there's more to come.
Mitch Lovett, who he's in the squad. Owen Townsend, one of your boys.
Yeah, Owen, one of my boys. You better show up, honestly.
Yeah.
Nah, love Owen, so he should be good.
Panda, who's one of Liam's friends.
Yeah. We don't really know much about him, but hopefully he's just as good.
Yeah, we'll be
if not better.
Good to meet him. Elliot.
Elliot.
Yep. Jacques, Jordan Mead.
My big man Jordan.
Yeah.
We'll be banging some goals
me
in this season.
and Oliver Hayes, who wants to be the manager, so he's going to come in with a suit and everything like that. And
awesome. If he comes in with a suit, I feel like we'll win every game.
Yeah.
No lie. That will intimidate teams.
Yeah.
We're going for the social league win, mainly just for the beers after, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I signed up for anyway.
And look, I found something at home that I wanted to read to you on air. It's the Gunners Gazette. It was a 1989 Australian Arsenal Supporters Club newsletter. And I wanted to read this section to you that was featured about my dad. Let's find it. We win the first quiz night. On Friday, March 31st, we organised the first quiz night between supporters clubs. The competing clubs were Arsenal, Wimbledon, Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Brighton, Celtic, Dundee United and Hearts. There were around 80 people in attendance. We were represented by a human encyclopedia, Larry Sladden, and resident expert Phil Banks. The game went down to the wire with Arsenal needing to answer the last question correctly to win, and a good guess by the boys ensured victory. We just edged out Wimbledon and Dundee United. It was good to see our team resist bribes from other teams in the form of copious quantities of Carlsberg lager. This in itself was a great achievement, especially for Larry Sladden, due to the success of the first quiz night. We will be holding another on the... Alright, so the rest is...
Damn, that was long. I was waiting for you to finish. I was like, this could go for ages.
It's quite mental, you know, to win a quiz like that. I found that at home the other
So where
day.
was this quiz started?
I think it was in Melbourne, this quiz.
In Melbourne.
It was in Melbourne.
And your dad won this, correct?
1989, yeah. Him and a mate of his called Larry Sladden. I've never heard of him, so I don't know.
Who's this player of the year there?
Player of the year.
Read that quickly. Not all of it, just skim read it.
Player of the year is George No.
Nah, that can't be right.
No, don't. Oh, no. People vote for player of the year.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Oh, maybe even get George Best to draw the winners. That's quite insane.
Yeah. Meet George Best. Yeah, so this is back in 1989. Obviously, we won the league at Anfield, Daniel, 2-0. We had to win. Or else you guys would have won the league. So.
Well, that never happened for them, did it?
No.
Nope.
So, unlucky Daniel and Liverpool. But you've won the league this season, or last season.
Yeah, we got to start. I think now is one of the times where you have to kind of stop that hate for the Liverpool. It sucks, and I hate it.
Yeah.
But they're just looking so strong. But then 7-2
It'll be, we're not going to get into the previews just yet.
Yeah,
but
we won't.
It will be interesting to see how Liverpool respond after their slap again.
It will be very interesting.
Yeah.
But we will get on to the next topic.
But we forgot to mention last week, me and Luke behind the scenes, we thought we'd start like this Premier League predictions table.
Yes.
And so what the rules were.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
I remember now.
So if you remember on the first week of the episode, well, the first episode, we made our predictions and the scores.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Luke and I thought, you know what would be interesting is if we keep track of every score we predict, and
a little competition.
As a little competition at the end of the season, we'll see who comes out on top. Now, for every prediction we get right, like the team who wins is 1 point. If you guess the correct score, it's an extra 2 points. So kind of like the Premier League, you can actually get, a 3 point.
Yep. There's 3 points if you get the correct score and the correct win.
So Luke is on 7 points, and I'm on 4.
And then how do you get a point? So what's 1 point if you get just the right prediction?
Just the right team to win.
Yeah, but you don't have. You need the right score as well, don't you? Yeah.
But you guess the correct score, for the Arsenal Sheffield United game, which means you got an extra 2 points.
Yeah, let's go through. Go from the start.
Yeah, so we both guessed Chelsea.
Yeah.
You guessed 3-2. I guessed 2-0. They won 4-0.
4-0, yep.
You guessed Everton 3-1. I guessed Everton 4-1. They won 4-2.
Oh, so close.
Yeah,
especially
close.
you. 4-1. That's a good guess.
Yeah.
Good prediction there.
You guessed 4-2 to City.
No, this was... Look.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a fair guess to have.
Yeah.
Especially City winning, but they had obviously the fucking mare and Leeds. Well, not really a mare. Leeds are looking good this season. We've spoken about this before on the podcast. But 1-0.
Yeah.
Interesting result.
So, you guessed 4-2 to City. I guessed 3-1 to City.
Do remember that.
You guessed 0-0 Newcastle Burnley. I guessed 1-0 to Burnley. Newcastle won 3-1.
Yeah.
You guessed 2-0 to Leicester. I guessed 3-1 to Leicester. They lost 3-0 to West Ham, man.
3-0.
Yeah, well, I know we've already spoke about these results in the last episode, but it's crazy to...
I literally forgot that happened.
Yeah.
So... It just shows you this season the results are just been
You
insane.
and I both predicted Southampton to draw. They won 2-0.
2-0, yeah.
Obviously, the Arsenal-Sheffield game, I predicted 3-1. You predicted 2-1, and you got the extra 2 points there. You predicted that you predicted that Wolves would win 2-0, and I predicted that Wolves would win 3-0. And they win 1-0?
Yeah, I think it was a 1-0 result.
1-0. And... you predicted 3-1 to Tottenham. I gave you your original
result because the sun.
The sun thing. So you predicted 3-1 to Tottenham.
Yep.
I predicted 2-0 to United. And fuck you, Liam. United lost 6-1. And
we all love that.
We both.
We love that.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. It's so good for the league,
true.
man. It is good for the league. And
watching United fall down, a little crumble.
Yep. And we both predicted Liverpool to beat Villa 4-1. And we all know how that turned out. 7-2 to Aston Villa, which makes the table at the moment Luke 7 points and me 4 points. So
how many games is there a season? 38?
Yeah, 38.
Yep, I
38
believe
games
so.
a season. So we missed. When did we start the podcast?
I think we missed week 1.
Week
we
1?
started week 2.
Yeah, we started week 2. So we got another.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot. It'll be interesting to see where we turn out.
It'll be interesting to see how many results we get right towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Do we have any like rewards or anyone finishing first or any punishments?
We're gonna have to have like a.
We're gonna have to have something happen.
Maybe we could do like. Well, you and I like our drinking. We could do something.
Oh, we could get busy.
We could do like
get busy with the
whoever
alcohol.
loses has to take 5 or 10 shots.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, how about this? Whoever loses. Whoever loses
dangerous.
by the amount of points.
Yeah.
Has to take that many shots.
All right, so say like I get 42.
If I lose by 2 points, I have to take 2 shots.
2 shots.
If I lose by like 8 points,
we'll film it, we'll
Yep.
record it and upload it.
Yep.
If
on the
YouTube doesn't
Instagram
take
page,
it down on the Instagram,
which
yeah.
we will quickly
Yes,
plug
I like
right
that.
now.
We'll plug the Instagram quickly.
We'll plug the Instagram
Good
right now.
little segue.
And we love that we're getting some followers. We got 21 followers now.
Yes, we do.
That's only a week of
Mate, popping.
Yeah, popping.
Definition of it.
If you have Instagram, it is number 3 points podcast _. We'll give a quick shout out. We won't go through everyone that's followed us.
Just shout out a couple people.
But yeah, we'll shout out a few people that have interacted with us. You got Big John.
Got Big John.
We've got Daniel.
Liam. Big shout outs all you lot.
Yeah.
Keep showing love. Keep showing support.
Yeah,
We do appreciate it.
And of course Harrison for.
Big shouts Harrison as well.
Responding to our Insta message and it's good.
We definitely need to think of a reward though for this Premier League thing.
Yeah.
Or a punishment.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be so good to do. I know we already got it.
Yeah,
the
we
5
got
shots.
the punishment,
but what about reward?
But yeah, we got the reward. Maybe
because if we both put in, think about it right now. $10, something small, but $20 to the winner, and then the loser also has to do the shots.
Or how about the other person has to buy their team's next upcoming season's like home kit?
Oh, that's a good. Are you sure you want to make this deal?
Man,
though?
if you put like $10 a week or something, it's $370. You know.
Yeah, that's easy enough for the show.
So if
might as well just do the show.
Win, you have to buy me an Arsenal top.
Yeah, end of the season.
Yep, and for the next.
All right, deal.
Yep. All right,
we're
shaking it
live right now.
Shaking hands.
Mate, I can't wait to try on this new Chelsea kit.
Yeah, if you ordered one, you're gonna order one, aren't you?
Well, you're gonna order me one for next season.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, but we spoke about you need to get one.
Yeah, we do need to get one. I need to get one for the new season.
You want to get Pulisic, don't you?
I haven't thought about this last night. I'm thinking I'm just gonna get Lampard. Not because I think like if I got Pulisic and he leaves next season, I look like a mug. I can't be mugged off, even though I don't want him to leave. But
what if
he just seems like he's destined for bigger than. And I'm not saying Chelsea's like when it's slammed here by the fans, but I'm just saying like like Barcelona still has that pull on players. I know they're not doing so well. Same with Man United. Same with teams like Real Madrid. You know, they still have the pull. So whole different subject, but but so I think I will get Frank Lampard.
You get Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
What happens though? As hypothetical, I'm only
go
doing
on.
this
No, you're gonna say something about tarnishing his legacy, aren't you?
No. Well, nah, not really. But what happens come January, February? He's sacked. I don't think he will.
Because that is along the lines of targets.
But will you be pissed off, or will you be like, nah, fuck it, it's Lampard?
That
you've just spent $100 and so on Lampard jersey, and then he gets.
I wouldn't be pissed off, and like it wouldn't affect me because he still played for that club. So at the end of the day, it's Lampard. So like he's a club legend. It would suck though because it does ruin like his legacy a little bit, mate. You got sacked from your own club. If that doesn't ruin your legacy, then what does? You know. So I don't think he will be sacked though. I think the only way he gets sacked is if he goes on a losing streak of every game. But honestly, with his team around him, there's no way he does that. I could eat my words now, but I'm touching wood. I believe in what I'm saying. Yeah. Hopefully, don't have the commentators curse.
I have a quick question to ask you because I thought about this the other day. What number was Lampard? Was 8.
8, yes.
Arteta was 8 at Arsenal.
Oh,
both our managers.
That is interesting.
That's a good coincidence, man.
That's kind of creepy.
Lampard,
good fact.
Lampard was 8 at Chelsea. Arteta was 8 at Arsenal.
No, that's why 8 became my favourite number, and so did number 7. Quick little fact about me.
And really,
yeah. So it's 7 because of Beckham.
Yeah,
it's my lucky number, and then 8 because of Lampard.
And my birthday is 7th of June.
Really?
Yeah, so it's all a bit fucking intertwined.
Mine doesn't link up on the 16th.
But I have to quickly, before we get into, we'll talk about like England, Belgium.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in this podcast. just quick little interrupter, guys. This is just a little podcast, just having a chat about what's going on. There wasn't really much to talk about this week, as we only had the England-Belgium game really going on for us anyway that we're interested in, especially as the Premier League took quite a big break this week, obviously. Yeah. But we got a lot of people commenting on the Instagram as well, so we got some questions sent in, so we'll be going all over that, guys. So
we only got one.
Yeah. Already got one,
That was the Daniel one.
Oh, it was from Daniel, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So,
what, was he mugging me off, wasn't he?
Yeah. No. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, read that one out now.
All right.
Go on.
You've forgotten what he said.
Yeah.
But I put on our Instagram story.
Oh, yeah, the top.
Yeah. Bit of a weird episode it's going to be tomorrow due to the international break. So what football things would you like to hear us chat about in tomorrow's episode? All suggestions are welcome. So Daniel went out of his way to type every Premier League team's top shagger.
Oh, yes, he did.
So, who would Chelsea's
top shagger be? Oh,
I reckon.
Go on, say your guess. I'm actually interested to hear this. Go on.
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna go.
If Terry was still there, I'd go straight to John Terry.
No, Kepa. I reckon that's why he's so shit in the matches.
Mate, it could be Kepa.
He's up all night.
He's up all night fucking shagging, mate. That's why. Nah, definitely. I'd say Kepa. Or you know what? You wouldn't believe it, but Kante, I reckon he can pull something out of the bag here and there. He surprised you.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
He would. So, in all honesty, it'd probably Kepa.
Yeah.
For Chelsea. Arsenal, who are you saying?
Oh, who am I saying
Come
for
on.
Arsenal?
I know who it is for Arsenal.
Yeah, I'd say Pepe, but on the pitch, he always lacks that final product.
Yeah.
He's quick.
Probably Laka or Aubameyang.
Maybe a Aubameyang, man. I know. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say Ozil because he doesn't play football. So what else is he going to do?
That's true. Yeah, no. I forgot about Ozil for a second because he hasn't played for your club in God knows how long.
He can afford.
Yeah.
He can afford to do lots of things. So I'm going to go.
I think you have to go Ozil there. Honestly, 350k to pretty much. Well, he does a lot actually for the club. We won't go into that rabbit hole, but
yeah. But yeah, no.
Quick, go on. Actually, sorry to cut you off there, but you gave me a little fact. Well, not really a fact. A little rumor you heard about him maybe getting his contract terminated. Do you want to quickly touch on that? I randomly thought of this, by the way, but I think this is a good little subject to touch on.
Yeah, apparently we're going to pay out his contract, but now he's got this thing on if he stays out and he's the whole of his contract, he gets another bonus.
Okay.
So before it was we'll pay you the £13 million.
Yeah.
To just fuck off out the club, but apparently now, if we had to pay that, we'd have to pay that bonus out as well. So it's going to cost us about £25 million to get rid of him. Jesus.
And you guys are going to be willing to pay that?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think because it's just like signing another player. I think 13 million would have been all right, but now it's so
they're not terminating his contract anymore.
I think he's just going to stay behind the scenes. But I did send you that photo about that Saudi Arabian team offering him more money.
Oh yeah, we did. You did send me that. Yeah.
He's still, like I said, I still think he wants that bonus that he gets, like the 8 million or whatever it was. I can't remember the.
I know that situation keeps developing, but it just interests me so much. Really, what's going on with him?
It will be interesting
because recently as well. I don't know if we touched on this last episode, but he did pay for the mascot's wages.
Yeah, that happened halfway through the episode.
Yeah, so I know we did touch on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just still. And his situation is getting quite weird. You know, he's been left out of the squad, obviously.
Yeah. He's not registered for the Europa League squad.
Yeah. See, as well, not playing in Europe, mate. He's not even been used at all.
Yeah, there actually is a petition right now going on to include him into the Premier League squad. But
it keeps developing, honestly. So
it's going to be interesting because I'm sure
it will be definitely interesting to see what happens with him, especially his career. Will he play? Yeah. You were saying to me privately you don't think he'll actually play after his Arsenal days, or do you think he'll retire? I don't know. I think he still has the hunger. I
think he'll. If he was to go anywhere, I genuinely think he'll go back to Turkey. But it's sad. Yeah, okay. It's sad. Like
it is sad. He's such a beautiful player on his day.
Yeah, if you're gonna have to pay him, I'd rather give him one final run at the Emirates.
Yeah,
you know, just let him play.
Let him get those legs running.
And just because he was such a good player under Wenger, he helped us end our 9-year trophy drought, and you know, regardless of what people think, I'd still think that we'd have the class and respect to say, we're not going to renew your contract. You're going to pay him anyway. Just go out there and play. You know, even like the final game of the season, just let him get out there so he can say his goodbyes and
give him that chance at least. You know.
But yeah, this thing that I sent you, and I'll read it out, is Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia have offered £5 million for Ozil with 500k a week for 2 seasons, but he's adamant he wants to see out his contract. This seems a
Weird,
bit strange
yeah.
in my book.
I think he
And-
just loves London though.
Yeah, and I mean, he's making 350k a week
Doing nothing.
at Arsenal, and he could be making 500k a week in Saudi. And
Yeah,
also, we
but
get
what?
5 million.
But
for that.
I get money's a desire, but I just think some players don't want to play in a shit. No offense to it, but a shit league. Like, I think players want to play at the top of the league, and not saying the Saudi league isn't a good level. It's a professional level, but every kid dreams about playing in the Premier League. I don't think how much money sends you there. I think only certain players are attracted by money. Like, really, I'm not saying Ozil isn't, but I think he really likes London. I think his family's there, he's set up there, so it's not really a viable option just to go move his whole life over to Saudi.
Yeah, exactly. But just quickly going back, I do want to apologise for the last episode because we both got a little bit ahead of ourselves. We thought Liam was going to come on this podcast to review the United Chelsea game, but that we were.
This is going to be the following week. Yeah,
this is next week.
Sorry if we got anyone's hopes up.
we were looking at week 4's fixtures rather than week 3. So
it will be interesting next week, that interview.
It's a week 5's fixtures. I don't know. I'm cooked. Let me have a look at this.
I think it is week 5, isn't it? Going into week 5.
I have a feeling. Yeah, no, it's week 6.
Week 6, my bad. Week 6, yeah.
Going up to
we're smashing through seasons, honestly.
That's ridiculous. So that's...
Or weeks, should I say, sorry.
That's happening, and I do want to... Well, we both want to apologise for that, but it was only because, we just got a bit ahead of ourselves. But Liam will be on next week.
That'll be good to see what happens with that episode.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see what he has to bring to the
because
podcast.
the Man United-Chelsea debate, be good to see what he says.
Yeah, see what his defence is with United, if he's
eventual
Ole in or Ole out. Yeah,
I think you definitely will be Ole out. There's no way you can't be Liam.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out right now. If you're Ole in, you're hearing the end of it from me. But that'll be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
You're going to have to mediate that very well because it could get feisty.
Yeah, I'm going to mediate, and I'm going to be, for next week's episode, I'm going to be asking people, or asking both Luke and Liam questions. They got to fight it out and see who makes the more valid points. And, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what both people have to say. But we'll get now into the international breaks. I'm pretty piss poor of I'm bored of the international breaks.
So honestly, I was having a discussion with Marc the other day, but I just think the international breaks right now they're stupid, especially with the whole coronavirus going on. It's a dumb idea. I don't get why we're doing them. Mate, honestly, I get it's the UEFA Nations League, but from international tournaments, as an England fan now, I've lost interest, especially with just Southgate's. I just don't really like his management style. I feel we're a very boring team. We've got so much talent and it's not being used or efficiently, really. So I've kind of lost interest in the England games, but we did tune into the England versus Belgium game. Hey,
we
did watch the first half.
Outside, and it was
go on, set the background for that because it was a good night.
We were playing a bit of FIFA. And the new game.
Marc getting destroyed, by the way.
Yeah.
Mate, to be honest, we're both
Whatever. No, we both got destroyed because that defending on the new game is fucking.
Yeah, it's a bit. It takes a lot more skill. I got to admit, you can't just auto jockey anymore, which I thought you could do. So we both conceded a lot of goals. Do we want to go into the scorelines though of one of the games, or was it both embarrassing?
8-7?
Yeah, that one's embarrassing.
Yeah, we both had a game.
I don't know if that's a win for any of us there.
No,
conceding 7 and 8 goals in a kickoff game.
It was Bayern versus PS.
Yeah,
Bayern
mate,
versus
it just shows we couldn't defend.
I was Juventus, you were Bayern, and I lost, but it was 8-7, man.
I think I was up 6-2 at one point.
Yeah, we got to the point where I think we were rushing our keepers.
Yeah,
out
we were getting a bit silly with it, but it's actually a good game.
It's a good game.
It's alright. To be honest, though, to me, the Volta football was pretty alright as well. I enjoyed playing that. But yeah, honestly, defending in that game just did not make sense to us, did it? Did not make any sense. The keepers were not doing their job at all. It does annoy me, that FIFA. It does every time. So I didn't buy the last one. I ended up just pre-owning it, pre-buying it. And then just returning it because it's just shit to me.
You remember when we were playing the foot drafts? You come up against some proper.
Yeah, that was some sweats already. Some sweats. Yeah.
You could be a proper professional FIFA player. The way they were playing. They
were proper sweaty players. I actually respected the grind on that. But we're playing some FIFA.
We had the fire going outside, and we watched England versus Belgium the first half, and it
was a good night. We had the fire going. That was actually really nice, and then we had pretty much just a lot of food. That sounds really homo, but it's all good. No homo, all love. We were just watching the game, had some drinks, had some snacks. What more could you want, honestly? Was it a Sunday night? Oh, it was a Monday, maybe.
No, it was Sunday, I think.
Sunday. I think it was Sunday. No, it was a Sunday night. So ending our week with football. Yeah. Can't ask for anything better, honestly.
But diet. taking down Lukaku, man.
Yeah, let's get into the actual game because that
Yeah.
game pissed me off.
Yeah.
What a boring performance in the
Mm.
first half
Mm.
from England. So uninspiring. Honestly, I could watch fucking paint dry and it'd be more entertaining.
Well, I missed the first 5 minutes because I was making tea.
First 2 minutes, we looked like we started so well. From the back, instantly getting the passes going, just moving the ball quick, getting straight into the box. Calvert-Lewin rolling past his defender, and then I think getting the pass off, and then it kind of fizzled out. But we looked strong.
Yeah.
And then we had 80% possession. We were dominating first 15, and then silly mistake, one chance, the ball comes through to Lukaku, runs in on the box. Dyer.
He wasn't going anywhere.
Mate, he's going nowhere, Dyer.
Yeah.
I need to rant about this. I think I got quite mad about it.
Go for it. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Honestly, I'm not going to say I'm a professional defender or anything like that, but you can see when something's quite obvious. Mate, he's going nowhere. This guy fully slide tackles, which in the box you'd never go to ground, especially nowadays. Like referees give, like back in the day, yeah, maybe you get away with it, but these days, Marc, you have to agree me here. They call penalties for pretty much any touch in the box. You've seen the Lamela incident. Yeah. Obviously, it was a hand to the face, but it's just dumb decision from Dyer, and it did cost us a penalty and ultimately cost us a goal to go 1-0 down, and then from there we were just quite uninspiring. We kept possession, but just sideways passing, not really doing much, looking quite bland, no movement. Rashford doing quite a lot for us.
Yep.
And then it really was. We just scraped through to half time. No, did we get a penalty? Didn't we?
Yeah, we got Rashford got a penalty.
Yeah, actually, sorry about that. We got a penalty.
He scored in the 39th minute.
Yeah, we got one penalty that kind of brought us back into the game a little bit. Beautiful finish by Rashford as well. It was a great finish of the penalty. Yeah. But from there, again, it was quite basic football. We didn't look too inspiring. And then, unfortunately, I left Marc, so I had work the next day. So if you want to take the second half away, what actually happened? Because I didn't actually watch the second half. I ended up watching the highlights.
I didn't actually really watch majority of the second half. Because
it was quite, I'm going to be honest, as an England fan, I wasn't excited. It was quite a boring game. He played very safe football.
I did see like the goal, and it was
Mount's goal. Hey, explain that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was
saw that in the highlight.
Good shot, and it was a deflection.
But the way it floated in just looked so nice.
Toby Alderweireld,
Chelsea fanboy, so obviously I'm gonna give my respects.
Yeah. So that ended up 2-1, but you know it makes it hard, man, as an Arsenal fan, and just as a Premier League fan, when you go and hate, like, you know, you don't like, I guess, hate someone, but like you dislike all these players all season. And then somehow you're meant to support them with England. It's a weird vibe.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, it is hard.
Can you imagine like me being an Arsenal fan and Harry Kane's leading the attack, and you're trying to support Harry Kane?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit odd.
And
it's for your country.
You know, it's for your country. But like, it just, man, it kind of spins my nut a bit.
Yeah, especially you're such a a diehard fan in the terms of like you really do not like Spurs. Yeah, and like in that sense, like it's hard for you to support Harry Kane up top.
And the Dyer, Dele Alli.
You
know, there was Trippier, who's gone now. But yeah, there's too many, and we talked about this, man. I reckon there's too many. Like this crop of England players are really good, and they've got potential.
So much talent in this squad, honestly.
But you had the thing with the manager, and I had the thing with there's too many Tottenham players there that haven't won
nothing to lead a team. Yeah,
to potentially go on and have the bottle to go and win the
That's why I don't
World
really
Cup
mind the
or
Liverpool
Euros.
players being in this team. It shows winners in there.
Henderson, Trent, and all them.
Henderson and Trent, we'd love those in there.
League
Yeah,
and all that. But did you want to touch on the Gareth Southgate opinion you had?
Yeah, to me, he seems like a bit of a safe manager. A lot of people were loving him in the England World Cup, me included. But if you really look back at it, the cup run we had wasn't anything special. It was quite an easy cup run to the semis. And then coming up against Croatia, losing that game 2-1. I know it was quite unlucky. But then again, when you watch back the performances, we played well, but the team could be so much better. We could honestly, if we had like a manager like Pep, right? I'm not saying we'll get Pep in our lifetime, but we had Pep, for example. Imagine the football he could do with that team. Yeah. The likes of Sancho, Sterling, he already plays with Kane up front, Vardy. There's so many options he's got. Trent, Henderson. You know, maybe he can even make Dyer a better player. Who fucking knows? But just more inspiring.
Maguire.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like Southgate, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him. I'm still iffy.
Yeah, no, it's difficult. But, you know, I kind of, you know, I'd rather watch Premier League up until if there's like a Euros or the World Cup. International breaks to me are just like, they're just like, piss off, you know what I mean? Like I'm into the Premier League, and it's like, oh no football next weekend, it's international. It's like, fuck off, you know.
Look, that board of the international game, I've already forgot that we were talking about the result. Yeah, it ended 2-1, by the way. Just let you guys know. But that game was just didn't excite me as an England fan.
Yeah.
And I know I sound a bit moody right now and a bit negative about it, but it's just every time I watch England play, I just feel this heartbreak of what we could be.
Yeah.
And it's like a passionate thing. And it's like, that's why I don't really watch them anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing a team that, like, really over the history has always done so bad in final games.
Yeah.
Like, we really haven't done much since we won the World Cup. I think we've looked it up. Hey, we haven't won a trophy since the World Cup.
No, we haven't.
Not an international
not
trophy.
Like the Euro. I don't think we've ever won the Euros.
We've never won the Euros either. Just like a team that should be doing well never does well. And hopefully that changes in my lifetime. I fucking pray to God it does.
Yeah. I'd love to see us win either the World Cup or the
mate,
Euros,
I honestly thought for that last World Cup, that was it, you know.
Yeah, that was a chance.
That was it. That could have been it. But we move.
We move, and it's.
So overall, do you have any summary of the game? I'm gonna say boring, tasteless, nothing to really see there.
It felt very much like
we had moments.
It didn't feel like it was like a competitive game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like a friendly.
Kevin De Bruyne played well, and that's just because I was watching the Belgium team more. It's exciting more. Lukaku, especially, just looking. We even said it both, looking a lot better. I think you said this anyway. As Man United did not have the same energy about him. I just feel like they didn't use him to the best ability. And there, he was the hold-up man in the game, and he got them the penalty and just did really well. Honestly, Lukaku had a great game. Same with KDB.
But yeah, we've got England versus Denmark on Thursday for us, and I want to quickly shout out Uncle Des, who lives in Denmark.
Shout out
to him. I don't know if he'll be listening to him, but he's now a granddad now. His daughter's just had a.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so
well done.
Yeah, so
shout out
to him and shout out to the family over there. But yeah, no. So once that's done, I'm just ready for the Premier League to return.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. So. Do we want to do a little Premier League preview?
Yeah, go on. We won't start with our clubs yet. We'll start with Everton and Liverpool.
With the big game.
Everton Liverpool. Not in terms of like, because obviously Everton Liverpool, because it's like a Mersey derby.
It's the big game. It's the biggest game.
For a change, Everton are looking good.
This is going to be one of the biggest games of the season.
Yeah.
Because I feel like these two teams, I think people are really doubting Everton right now. Like, if they've not proved anyone wrong, they will go play bad. So in my opinion, it's stupid to not think that they have a good chance of winning this game. You'd be deluded to think that Liverpool will walk this game. They might prove me wrong, and if I'm proved wrong, I will hold that. But I do believe Liverpool will, again, maybe not get exposed as badly, but I feel like they will underestimate this Everton team. I'm not saying Klopp will, but I feel like if he plays this high line again, it depends how he's resurrected it since the last game, the last fixture. Yeah. Especially for Liverpool conceding 7, you know, you'd put bets on Liverpool to come back and really win this game. Like I do get that.
Bounce back
but I'm just saying you'd be dumb to count Everton out, you know. So what's your thoughts on the game? What do you think is going to happen?
I think if Everton manage a win, and it doesn't matter how they win, 1-0, 2-1, 5-0, if they manage a win against Liverpool, the momentum's with them.
It is,
It's kind of like the Leicester season when they
that's what I'm saying, because this is good point, because when Leicester in that 2016 season, people kept saying when they're going to fall down, the elephant up the tree, when they're going to fall down. They didn't fall down, mate. They kept winning. Yeah. And Everton haven't proved anyone wrong right now to not say that they're going to keep winning. Yeah. And if they win this big game, that right there is a staple that they are fucking challengers for this league.
Even a point for Everton, if they walked away with a point,
they scrape a point from this. They're still top of the table.
Yeah, it would be massive for Everton, especially since they're going up
yet
against
to
Liverpool
lose.
And
yet to lose.
Yeah, so if they grab a point off against Liverpool, they walk into Southampton.
And like sorry to cut you off. And like we said before, like you were even shocked to think we're 6 weeks in. The Premier League flies by. So like all these games coming up, and they keep winning. They will fly dark horses. I'm telling you, this season
it'll be mental. But it's gonna be interesting. I think Everton.
Any key players to watch out for?
I think James Rodriguez will play a big part, and it will depend. I think either Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin will play a part.
Yeah, of course, Calvert-Lewin. We know he's gonna be a key player.
One of those two players will be the one that plays a part. One of those two players will be the one that scores the goals. They won't both score. I think one of those two will have the standout performance.
Yeah, standout performance.
And James Rodriguez will be the one that creates.
He's always creating at the moment.
Those
assists.
Moments.
He's looking strong.
Yeah.
I would say, my key players are Calvert-Lewin. Obviously, you can't put it past him right now. Doing so well. Pretty much banging the goal. I think it's double digits already for the season. I heard the other day, so that's insane. And then obviously James Rodriguez, I think he will just be banging in assists. Good passes for the midfield, so I think it'll be an exciting game to watch, honestly.
Yeah, and it'll be good to see James Rodriguez and Everton's attack kind of question Liverpool's defence because they've been shaky recently.
They have been shaky.
When they're on the front foot and once they get in front,
goals.
Yeah, once Liverpool get in front, they've kind of got the control. But if Everton start quick and Liverpool's defence are sleeping, Everton's
conceded 10 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah, so I think...
it's since the start of the season.
Yeah, so I think Everton just needs to start off smart, defend well, attack well, and if they can get the early goal or go 1-0 up or, momentum's with Everton.
Yep, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but then again, we got to remember this is Liverpool.
This is Liverpool. They could bounce back. They could smash in 10 goals. And it could be a 10-2. And Everton, we just look stupid and silly.
Because Klopp won't be happy with that result at all.
Nah, he won't be. He'll be drilling them.
Yeah, he'll be drilling them just like we said last week with Chelsea. And then
you were right about that. So it's a tough one to call, but I just don't think Everton will go down quite easily.
They'll give them a fight.
Yeah, 100%.
And if Liverpool do end up beating them by a big score, I still think Everton don't deserve that score. You know what I mean? I think they'll still give their moments, but maybe, is it Adrian who's in goal now because Alisson's injured?
Yeah,
I
believe so.
I just think Adrian might be having a man of the
match. He's got a shoulder injury, that's why he's still out. I think 3 weeks. Yeah, he will miss the Merseyside game. Was confirmed from Klopp last week. So there will be Adrian in goal.
It'll be a very good watch, and hopefully Jordan ends up happy. Well, we got an Everton fan, Jordan.
Jordan will be. I think Jordan right now he doesn't believe it. No. He's still waiting for them to fall down himself. He's such a hater on his own team because he just doesn't think they'll do well. But yeah, shout out to Jordan. He'll be coming on the podcast soon.
Yep.
It would have been good to have him on for this game.
Yep.
But unfortunately, it just doesn't really work out. But because he's going to be going out. But hopefully we'll get him linking up sometime soon, and that'll be a good guest to have as well.
And so that's the early game to kick off on Saturday. Then the following game is Chelsea-Southampton.
Yeah,
Over
cool.
to you, Luke. Actually, quickly, who's starting or who do you predict starting?
I believe my starting lineup, this is what I'm going to predict. It could change, guys, especially right now. Lampard's been playing quite a lot of different sides. He hasn't had a setback and I think he had a setback from the last 2 games, but I believe he will play a similar lineup of, on the left, Chilwell, down the middle, probably Zuma or Christensen partnered up with Thiago Silva, on the right, Aspie, and then I believe down the middle, you have the likes of Kante, Jorginho starting, and maybe Havertz or Mount. It could be a different rotation. And then on the wing, you'll probably have the likes of Werner or Pulisic, depending on who's fit and who's ready to play. You can have Werner, Abraham in the middle, and then on the right, because he has been playing Abraham up front at the moment, linking those two up. And on the right, you could have the likes of Havertz, like I said, and then maybe Mount in the midfield. So we could have an array of a lineup here. But it's going to be a good game because it will be exciting to see if Chelsea can keep this momentum going forward. And I'd hope that Lampard does keep the same side that we actually played against Palace in the last game, because that was beautiful to watch. That 4-0 win, it has set the standard for the season. And I think if we keep this up, we definitely can, progress and looking strong for top 2, top 3 finish. And it's because Man City dropping points, Liverpool dropping points, we've dropped points. This season's for the big top 6 sides, everyone's been dropping points.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any stress right now of who's where on the table. And I think Chelsea definitely from this game, if we take the win, can push forward and definitely look at challenging for Champions League spaces.
Yeah, 100%. Well, you guys are 7th at the moment, and Southampton are 11th.
Yeah, see, so it's going to be...
You're a point ahead of them.
Yep.
And if results fall in your favour, you could potentially go second. Obviously,
that takes some results,
Yeah, of course. But... it'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see, and I think Southampton always a tough side to come up against. No matter, it's the Premier League, they're always going to be a tough side. But I think if we get the early goal, it'll be an onslaught. And can I make a prediction for the game?
Yep, go on.
I'm going to say 3-1. I think we'll concede a goal.
Write that down because we're going to go through the predictions again.
I'll write that down. 3-1.
And then we can remember that. But yeah, 3-1. You reckon? I'll leave my prediction towards the end.
Awesome.
But yeah, 3-1. The next question I had for you is, who do you think is going to be your standout player for the game? Man of the match, or who?
It depends who's in form. Right now, Chilwell's looking strong at the back, and if he's bagging an assist, it would have to go to him again. But it could be Havertz looking also really good. Havertz, I'm really hoping Werner comes out the blocks this weekend and scores a couple. I know he's got his first in the FA Cup, but it would just be good to see him get off the blocks.
Was it the Carling Cup?
Yeah, the Carling Cup. Sorry, I think it was the League Cup. Yeah, my bad. But it would just be good to see him come out the blocks and hopefully maybe even bag a brace. It would be just good to see that. But I would say probably Havertz.
Yeah, 100%.
Havertz or Chilwell.
And how do you think like the players like Danny Ings and that will go up against your defence? Are you happy with your defence?
I'm happy with my defence. I think people say it lacks pace. It does not lack pace. Zuma's quite quick. If you haven't realised that already, just watch his solo run where he took on the whole Liverpool defence and nearly scored. Yeah, that was insane. But I believe it was against Liverpool. Could be wrong there. But Zuma's quick. Thiago Silva obviously not as fast, but has the experience. Such an experienced defender. I think that one blooper he had was just a blooper like any football player goes through. So I'm quite happy with it. Especially Chilwell as well. As he's slow, I do worry about getting abused on that right side because he does tend to tactical foul a lot, and it could get him booked with yellow cards.
Yeah, and did you say who you having in goal? Did you reckon?
Yeah, Mendy.
Mendy,
of course. Yes, Kepa won't start.
Yeah.
The only way Kepa starts is if Mendy's injured or for some reason Lampard throws in a surprise change and him training. Maybe Mendy's underperformed, but. They've signed Mendy for a reason.
There's no reason why Mendy should be dropped.
No, they've signed him for a reason. There's no reason for him to be dropped.
Yeah. All right, cool. You reckon 3-1. All right, well, we'll get into City Arsenal.
You can take that one away, Marc.
Yeah, I think...
First of all, I'll take this one just to ask you the question. Who do you believe the starting lineup will be for the Arsenal City game?
I reckon we'll field a 3-4-3 formation. I think it's going to be Gabriel, Holding and... David Luiz, a centre half. I'd like Tierney to be in there, but he has to quarantine with
so
COVID
he's also
stuff.
quarantined as well.
Yeah, well, he's been forced to quarantine because one of the Scottish players has got COVID.
Oh
no! But he hasn't interacted with them.
Oh,
so the Scottish.
Wait, so he's been dropped anyway though.
So yeah, they've forced him he can't. So Arsenal are trying to get him back.
So he's got a negative result back.
Yeah,
though.
he's not got COVID. But
that's
they're forcing him
strange.
to quarantine.
That's so strange.
So we're missing Tierney for that, and he's like.
Is that a big loss for you guys? Do you reckon?
That's a big
that
loss.
Is a big loss. Tierney's been your starting left back for a while. Hey.
Well, he's playing centre half on the left.
Okay, yeah.
But he's been. Yeah, he's a big loss because he bombs forward and he can help Aubameyang and he brings that sort of like that
presence
grit
to the team,
to the defence and that's a big loss.
Scots will do that for you.
Yeah, left wing back will either be Maitland-Niles or Saka. I'd prefer Saka for that bit of pace, but Maitland-Niles I still think will do a good job there. Right wing back will be Bellerin. The two in the midfield I'm going to say is going to be Xhaka and El Neni. I'd like to see Partey play, but I feel like Arteta's going to use we're integrating him into the squad. He might come off the bench.
Yep.
I don't know. I'd love, if I could, I'd say Partey starts, but I'm predicting
he's looking so solid. I have to touch up on him real quickly because I did watch actually the highlights of him this past week.
Yeah.
What a player you guys have, hey, honestly. For that Arsenal side to pick up a player like that, especially the way Arteta's looking to play this season, I watched his little highlights versus Messi. Just the defense on him is godly. He knows how to time a challenge. He'll be a good, just player for you guys to be able to drive the ball forward. And have you watched him yourself?
Yeah. I've watched, obviously, you have the welcome highlights. But I've watched a few games which he has played. I especially watched him against Liverpool. And look, if he can just do those sort of performances, even against the other lower 14 sides rather than the big six, he could be the difference between us winning or losing, that
he could do bits for you this season, really,
that physicality in the midfield is kind of like that Vieira, the Kante sort of player.
And that could stop City in their tracks in the sense of they're looking to push forward. They're not looking strong right now.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to see Arsenal go into that game and maybe bag some points from City.
Yeah, I'd like to start Partey myself. I think we need that presence in the midfield, but it all depends what Arteta says, whether he goes, we're adapting him, I don't know.
Yeah.
And the front three, I reckon, is going to be Aubameyang on the left, Laka in the middle, and Pepe on the right. Could be Willian, but I'd start Pepe myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my starting lineup. So that's going to be an interesting game, I think. I think it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, I think we're going to be absorbing a lot of pressure from City, which will be understandable with the squad we've got, because we've got to remember that we're nowhere near what City is in terms of quality.
Yeah, you're still on a catch-up.
Yeah, we've improved as in coaching-wise, we've improved as a team, and we can defend better, we can go forward better. We're not being slapped, we're not being embarrassed. At the end of the day, if we lose, I want us to lose, but giving 110%.
Yeah, with dignity, yeah.
I don't want us to walk into that game at the Etihad and just
get slapped.
Just get played off the park and no one's putting the effort in, I think it's going to be close. I would call it a draw myself. I could see us winning it, but it's more likely us getting a draw, especially because City have lost to Leicester. They've drawn with Leeds. We go into it with momentum. With a little bit of momentum, I think Leno
I think you can get a surprise win here. I think you can take it out of the bag, honestly, Mark.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be not surprised if Arsenal don't really put up a challenge for City.
Yeah.
I trust in Arteta. I don't know why. I like the man.
Yeah.
He's a good
I think
guy.
Everyone's starting to.
Yeah,
like
I think
Arteta.
everyone builds a little warm love to him.
Yeah, but no, it'll be interesting. It'll be. I think Leno will be the difference in this game. I think they're going to have a lot of attacking power, and I think if Leno's on
point
form and we can counter, and we can get someone like Aubameyang, Laka, or Pepe clinical, and if we get the chance, bury it, not just we'll get another chance, because we won't get many chances against City. If you have a chance,
need to
take them, and then potentially we can walk away with the 3 points, but we'll see what happens with that. Do
you have a scoreline prediction? I know we're doing the prediction at the end, but just for your club.
I'm gonna go.
Go on, say it.
2-1.
I knew you wanted to give them the win.
Yeah.
2-1 to Arsenal.
2-1 to Arsenal. Go on. Yeah, I'll go 2-1 to Arsenal. I think it'll be 1-1 for a lot of the game, and I think we'll
bag
the
winner
one in like the last 20 minutes or so, and it'll be backs against the wall, and they'll just keep on, and we'll just defend as a unit. And
that'll be a good win for you guys. That'll be a big win.
Yeah, look, we need these sort of points if we want to make those Champions League spots. Yep. You know what I mean? So yeah, that'll be a big game. And quickly, what do you think? How do you think United are going to bounce back against Newcastle?
Yeah, so I think they will bounce back. I think they'll grab the 3 points this week. Ole always seems to do this. He just seems to bounce back with a win, and everyone's like, "Oh, Ole back on the wheel, mate. He's a fraud."
Yeah.
But if he grabs the win, I just see it happening. I think they got Tellers now signed, so that's buffing up their defense. I think Maguire has something to prove, so I think a lot of those players will come out the blocks roaring, ready for just hopefully grabbing a win. I don't know. It's just United now surprised me.
Yeah.
I want to give them all this hope and treat them with this respect of them being a top club. But news check, they're not a top club anymore. They're just not.
Mind you, if
as a business enterprise, yes, but as a footballing club, no.
Yeah. If Ole's still in the job, come the Champions League, and they're playing anything like they are recently, when they go up against PSG
they're
and
gonna
Leipzig,
get slapped silly.
I would be very, very worried about what the result's going to be. They might turn it around and end up Yeah,
they could surprise us.
Surprise us,
seem to always
but
come out
if they perform the way they did against Brighton, Palace, and Tottenham, PSG and Leipzig are going to just take bits.
Walk all through them.
So I even think that PSG could be Ole's last match.
Yep.
If they get embarrassed in Europe,
and then he's gone,
they'll be like,
sent out.
We got Pochin or someone else.
Well, apparently they already have talks with Poch. I think we talked about this last week. But yeah, there's already been rumours of them having chats. So it'll be interesting to see what actually digresses in the next few weeks, and just see Poch maybe takes over the project at Man United. If there even is one, that's a whole other story. Yeah,
and there's two other matches that we need to touch on, because there's going to be two quite decent matchups. London Derby, Tottenham, West Ham.
Oh, West Ham are doing well as well.
Tottenham are 6th. They're what are they? 1 point behind Tottenham.
And this is tough because West Ham's recent games winning 3-0 in the last game and then winning 3-0 before that.
We won't do the predictions, but what do you think?
But bagging goals, I just think it's going to be tough. I think Tottenham looking like a good side at the moment. I know I did talk shit about them last episode, but we are Chelsea and Arsenal fans. It's hard not to. But Spurs, they are a good side. Mourinho's looking like his second season's, is always his strongest season and his always first full season, should I say. But he's doing a lot with Tottenham at the moment. I think he's got them built ready for this league. And I think, I know we're not doing predictions, but I think he'll bag the win. I think West Ham will be able to give a good game, though, but I'm just going to stick with Tottenham. Jose, I think he knows what he's doing. And what do you personally think that's going to happen? Do you think West Ham will put up a good fight?
I think they'll put up a good fight. Tottenham should win on paper.
Yep.
I'll just be honest, they should win on paper.
It does hurt to say that, but
yeah. True. But it'll be. I've seen bigger upsets so far this season.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I could see a draw.
So hard to predict right now.
I could see a draw in this game, if anything. I could see VAR being involved in this match.
Yep.
I can see another game where Tottenham are winning
where
and
VAR
they're winning
does a
and
big
then a penalty.
Yep.
Or West Ham are winning and Tottenham should have a penalty at the end of the match and the penalty's not given.
It's just changing so quickly right now. The VAR is just changing the game so quickly, and just these little tackles, little nicks in the box now, all getting video checks. So
and the last game we'll talk about. We're not going to talk about all these individually.
Yeah, we won't do every game,
but-
guys.
but
We're just
one-
going to go through the big games.
One more game that I want to touch on with you is it's a top of the table clash. It is surprisingly Leicester City versus Aston Villa.
Gee.
Now Aston Villa are second with 9 points,
Two weird teams to say about
and
that.
Leicester are third with 9 points.
Because Leicester lost, didn't they? 3-0
Yeah.
against West Ham,
Yeah,
which surprised everybody. So, it depends. Villa with Grealish right now look deadly, and Grealish is proving a lot right now. He's probably one of the biggest
and
ballers in
Emi
the UK.
Martinez in goal for Aston
Yeah.
Villa. He's keeping
They're
that.
just, Villa are just looking strong, and Barkley in the midfield as well. It's hard just to count Villa out. I
Yeah.
think this could be a close game. I think Leicester will run it to them. I'm going to back Villa here. I'm going to say they're going to grab a result.
Yeah, I want to back Villa as well, and
As
I
much as
think
I hate to say that, but I think
yeah.
they will.
I think
But you can't count Leicester out. They did bang 5 in against City. We can't forget that.
yeah.
But
Actually, it will be interesting going back on the City Arsenal game. If City lose and how they lose, it'll be interesting to see where City are
reaction with Pep.
at as a club because
Because they'll be down the bottom half of the table still.
yeah, and they've just lost to Leicester. They've drawn with Leeds. They lose to Arsenal. That pressure's mounting.
Yeah, on
Guardiola,
Pep,
man.
it
That's-
is. He's got to start picking up results because we know how ruthless it is nowadays
Yeah.
with managers.
because City are 14th.
Yeah, and he hasn't won in the Champions League, and they want the Champions League. So,
yeah.
we won't go into those rumours, but it will be interesting to see that.
Yeah, so it will be. This week's going to be so.
It's a big
interesting.
week for a
And, you
lot of
know,
managers.
I am just so glad that the Premier League's back this
Oh,
weekend.
how hyped.
Yeah.
Especially your Instagram post you put up, Marc. That
Oh.
was class.
Yeah.
That got me hyped. I'm
Yeah.
honestly so keen for it.
Yeah, it's going to be wicked, and but yeah, I can see Aston Villa picking up the win. But that match is going to be a good match for the casuals anyway. Second versus
100%.
third, and yeah, I just want to see a good game of football. I don't want VAR to be involved or anything stupid. I just want to have a 90 minutes of
Actual
a
football.
brilliant game.
With no fucking
and
dumb decisions that
yeah.
piss everybody off.
Yeah, I don't mind both teams. I've got a soft spot for Villa now because of Emi, because I love Emi Martinez and he's gone to Villa, and I like.
Yeah,
Leicester.
now I got one because of Barkley.
Yeah, and I like Leicester as well. So for me, I just want to see a good game of football, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, so we'll
Any
get.
other big games, or was that the only games
That's
we
it.
want to
Well, I
talk
mean, we've
about?
got
Yeah.
Leeds and Wolves, but I mean, that Wolves are 13th and Leeds are they're 8th.
I'm just going to say Leeds in that game. I really want to go dive deep
Yeah.
into that game, but I would probably just say Leeds.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think Nuno's a bit under the pump here, but Leeds pulling up a draw against City, they've got a bit of momentum now.
But yeah, we'll move on to the next segment.
Yeah,
I reckon it's enough about the Premier League. It's
Yeah.
coming back this week and we're excited for it, but we'll move on because me and Marc
yeah.
have a nice little segment. If you want to go and explain it, Marc, you can
So
go ahead.
Luke and I was sitting there for like the past week going like, oh, what are we going to talk about? Because international break, although we can talk about international break, it's
It's
just,
just
it's
not
like
as exciting.
We're Premier League fans. Well, I was a Champions League fan. Luke's a Champions
Yeah,
League fan. I'm a Europa League
says
fan.
the club's
at
still in
moment.
it.
Yeah, I'm a Europa League fan at the moment. But like, there was nothing else. So we thought, what else could we do? What could we make this episode interesting? So we thought we'd ask each other 5 questions about their respective club, give them 30 seconds to answer it, and also it gives people who are listening a bit more of like they get to know us a bit more sort of thing.
Not really know what you know about the club, so it's just your moments about the club.
Yeah,
So we'll get into the questions,
exactly.
but it's actually going to be a really good topic because I'm interested to see your answers, and I'm sure you're
Yeah.
interested to hear mine.
So we're going to go with 5 questions each, 30 seconds
Yep.
to answer, because we don't want that moment where, I should have said this. Because
yeah, you don't have to
you've
go.
got-
You want the correct answer.
Yeah, you've got the
obviously.
30 seconds there, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Right, so...
Do you want to start? Ask me first.
Yeah, go on, and I'll ask you first.
Easy.
All right, so my question to Luke, question number 1. Has Chelsea ever made you cry?
Ooh.
All right, hold on, let me get the timer going.
Yeah, go
Let me
on.
get the stopwatch going. Right.
Because I actually want to give a good. I got a good answer for
So,
this
yeah.
one. I do have a moment,
Yeah,
but let me just think about if there are any other moments that because I've cried twice,
yeah.
2 times.
All right, give us the biggest moment that made you cry, then. You don't have to
Alright.
give us both.
I'll
But
give you the
we've
biggest
got
one.
just about 15 seconds on the clock now.
Ooh, it's hard to pick this one.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Yep, I'm gonna
Alright.
say the moment. I said there's 2, but I'll talk about this one first because I would touch on the other one because this wasn't quite short. This one was the Champions League final against Manchester United.
Terry missed the penalty?
Yep, steps up, slips, skies it. Now that moment
How old would you
hurt.
been?
or about 6, I think.
Would you do anything special? Were you with your dad?
Nah, I was so my obviously all the way going towards like probably would have been like at the pub or something.
Yeah.
But I just remember like seeing that moment and just like it hurting deep down, like that just moment, just like that chance to win a trophy, especially that big, it just hurts. So
yeah,
that's probably the biggest time I've ever like got sad thinking about that moment.
Same, man. Yeah.
Just like the fact that we could have won a Champions League, we did go on to win it. Obviously, the following year, the following 2 years, I think it was.
Man.
But that moment, and then this other moment that made me really emotional was actually seeing Eden Hazard leave. This was a recent moment.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily cry. It was more just like tears of like, heartbroken because seeing Eden Hazard play for our club, and when he came up was just unknown. No one really heard of him. I remember even being at school and people were just going like, we're just talking about it like, oh, have you seen this Eden Hazard guy? He's like pretty good, eh? I was like, yeah, let me just like really check him out. And then like game after game, watching him play, just like the career he had. Yeah, I don't really want to go too deep on it, but that
I can see you getting emotional.
Yeah, man. Like that. Just him leaving this club. Like I said to you during this week, actually via messages.
Yeah.
I was messaging Marc, just informing him about like the fact that if Hazard had stayed at Chelsea, he could have really been a legend and someone that I think a lot of players.
You understood why he went.
Yeah, I understood why he went to Madrid just for his dream. But yeah, just losing him, that's probably one of the biggest moments that really hurt me. I'd probably say that bigger than the other moment.
Yeah.
Because I was so young back then, so I didn't really understand the gravity of it, especially the effect, but it still made me upset just because it was going to be a trophy. Mm-hmm. But this one just that hits different. Mm-hmm. Like Hazard leaving definitely like left a little mark on a lot of Chelsea fans, I believe.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting.
But I'll go to my question.
All right, you want to go back and forth then?
Yeah, we'll go back and forth. My question to you will be, favorite Arsenal player of all time? Of all time. Now, I think I know your answer, but if you say a different one, I'll be probably surprised.
All right, just let them know that the timer is
going. The timer is running, by the way, guys. He's got 15 seconds left.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna surprise you. Actually, I'm gonna stop the timer because I know. I say Tony Adams.
Tony Adams. Okay, why?
Because
I added that onto the question, by the way.
Because he was a one-club legend. He was a centre half. He got offers from Man United, all these different clubs to leave. He never left. He was a proper captain. He added that bit to the defence where he just he loved the club and he had that presence in the defence. Obviously, I am too young to have seen Tony Adams in his prime, but listening back to him, I'm sure you thought I would say Thierry Henry.
No, I actually thought you were going to say Marc Overmars.
Marc Overmars, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that was going to be my guess.
Yeah, but Overmars, he's probably in my top 5 only for like personal reasons sort of thing. But Tony Adams, I think, considering that he had all like his gambling addictions and all that sort of stuff,
prevailed it all.
Yeah, prevailed it all. To he could have left to to a club when we weren't winning trophies, to when we did go and win the title in '89 and go and win the double with us in '98 and 2002. For that reason, I think Tony Adams, to me, he's a proper
legend.
Proper legend to me. Yeah, he was a England player, and I love Tony Adams. Yeah, man. That would be for me my favorite
top player of all time. Yeah.
Top player of all time.
And then who would you say would come close to second? Like, who was it hard to pick between?
Henry, yeah. Henry. The only reason I didn't choose Henry,
I'm surprised you didn't choose Henry as well,
is because he went to Barcelona.
Yeah.
But I can understand that because I guess it's Barcelona and we were building a stadium, and I guess we couldn't maybe have paid the wages at the time.
I just want to throw it back quickly to my answer. The Champions League final, Man United, was 2008. 2008. So I was 8-9, not 5-6. I remember that. I was like, that definitely wasn't that young when I said the answer. I was 8-9, and that was a sad moment.
Did you say 2006?
Yeah, I said 2006.
We win the Champions League final 2000. I should have called you out on that.
Yeah, I was 2008, 2009. That's when I said it. That's why I was like, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So sorry guys, I had to go back with the fact check.
And
but I love the answer. Yeah. But I'm gonna go. You can go to your second question now.
Cool. So my question for you is, who do you think has been the best and worst Chelsea manager ever?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Ever, all time.
So it's the best and worst. I've got this answer.
Yep. Stop. Yep.
Yeah.
Go on.
Jose Mourinho.
Best
and worst. Oh,
is he the best?
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
But he also fits. I understood your question just then. I thought you meant best and worst.
two
As in,
managers.
like, yeah.
Yeah, so do you want the
Who
time
was
to
your
start
best?
again?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I got him
Okay,
actually.
you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it. All right,
I'd still say Jose Mourinho, best manager. He's won us the most trophies when he came into the club.
Yep.
And I'd say probably for worst manager, there's an Italian manager we had just before Ancelotti.
Di Matteo, was it Di Matteo?
It might have been, yeah. Let me get it up. 2 seconds. I just want to get the name correct.
Mate, fact check has returned.
I don't want to say the wrong name,
Yeah.
but he was shocking.
Yep.
Honestly, shocking.
Yep. So what was it, just before Ancelotti?
Yeah, just before Ancelotti came. Manager before... We got to get this right.
I don't know if it's Di
I know he's
Matteo.
Italian. That's all I know. I just remember him being Italian.
If it's Di Matteo, though, he won the Champions League, so...
2 seconds. Can't find it, hey. Trying to get a list of managers.
Yeah. So why? So do you want to touch on?
I'll touch on why I think Mourinho. Sorry guys.
Yeah,
for the
I'll find it here. Yeah.
Yeah, you look for that. I'll touch on why I think Mourinho is the best manager, mainly just because of the trophies he's won. And when he came to the club, he had a plan. And I think he revolutionized football at the time with like his tactics and what he was bringing to the game, especially the park of the bus, which we were known for. You know, he knew how to soak up the pressure, play counter attacks. It was just very exciting football to watch. Even though it wasn't like super exciting, it was exciting enough to keep you engaged in watching the football games and just knowing Chelsea were going to bang in the goals. Yes, that was it. So it was Gus hitting. He did well with the takeover, but I just feel like before that, I think it was Gus hitting because I know he did well with us and he kept us above, but he just like, as an interim manager, always coming in and out, helping. I guess he did all right. I don't know, actually. Probably, it's hard. I always forget we had Ranieri as well here.
Yeah.
He goes and wins the Premier League with Leicester.
Yeah.
I can't believe Steve Holland as well. Oof. I don't know. I'm going to say, can I say best and worst?
3,
Yeah,
2,
I'm going to say
1,
best
final
and
answer.
worst. I'm going to say both to Mourinho.
Both
Because
Mourinho.
he had our worst season at our club as well. Finished 10th.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
So do you know what I mean? Like the answer to that, it's kind of a tough answer to give.
Yeah, no, that's insane. Yeah.
So final answers, just to everyone who knows at home listening. Mourinho for best and worst. He takes both spots.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Conte's up there as well. He was that because you know
Yeah.
how I gave you that answer. It's tight between him.
I thought you might have said sorry.
Nah, because he got second, but Conte won us the league first season.
No, worst.
Oh, for worst? Nah, because he finished second with a team that really, like, he couldn't really do much more with.
Yeah.
I think he did well with us, to be honest.
Yeah, do you think you guys should give him another year?
Yeah, 100%. He should have had another year.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. All right, well, what's your second question?
All right, my second question for you, Mark.
Wait, are we up to the second question?
Yeah.
Or?
We are.
Yeah.
You just answered.
How many have I asked you?
So you've asked me two. I'm asking you the second one now.
All right, I'll go get another one.
All right. Or third one, sorry. No, it's second one. It's second one.
Okay.
So, what is your favourite Arsenal goal of all time? So this one I thought would be a good question as well, because it'd be interesting to see, because there's a lot of goals. So it's timer has started, by the way, 10 seconds in.
Okay.
There's a lot of goals to think of. You got it? 15, 14,
I've got
17 seconds remaining.
Obviously, like, if people follow me on Instagram, there's that Overmars one that meant a lot to me, but quality of goals, I'm tossing up two. I will decide one, but the two I'm tossing up is Bergkamp versus Newcastle United, when the ball came in and he flicked it around,
flick,
and
the
then
volley.
he passed it,
Yeah.
into the back of the net, or the Henry one against United, where he had his back to goal and he flicked it up and
That's
turned
the
it
one
on
I'm
the half
thinking
volley.
of. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
See, I like the vision and the ability that Bergkamp had to think, like, how am I going to get around the defender and score like
that was the little dink, with the little flick.
Yeah, how he flicked it around.
Flicks
the
around
defender
him and the side and around the other side of him. Yeah,
we'll
that revolutionized skill in football.
We'll put these up on the Insta page so people.
Yeah, go shout out that again. Quickly, what's the shout out again for that?
The 3 Points Podcast _, number 3.
3 Points Podcast _ number 3.
Cool.
There we go.
So
Plugged.
but I'm gonna go Henry because it's against United, and I've never seen a goal similar to that where he's kind of got his back
that went top right bins,
on the half volley, and you're going up prime Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, that was honestly a beautiful goal.
So I'm gonna go for the United goal.
All right, your turn now. Ask me my question.
All right, so these are two players again. Most underrated Chelsea player and most overrated Chelsea player. All right. The timer has started now.
So most underrated Chelsea player.
And the most overrated. So.
And then overrated. Oh, this is tough. How long have I got?
You have 10 seconds left.
All right.
And
yeah.
Stop. 28 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds remaining. Good on you, man.
This was tough.
Right.
But I'm going to go underrated probably between Victor Moses and Michael Essien. This was
underrated?
Yeah, underrated.
Yeah, Moses is still at Chelsea, isn't
Yeah. Oh, I think he's at Inter.
He's on loan, is it?
Yeah, on loan.
Yeah.
I think he's at Inter. I'm not too sure. He might have come back, but I'm pretty sure he's still at Inter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the reason I'd say between Moses and Essien, more towards Moses because Essien was very loved and obviously did go on to Real Madrid, so you can't really say it's underrated. But Moses, just because he didn't really get as much love as he did in that side. When he came under Conte and Sarri and was playing on the wing-back positions, mate, did he look beast, honestly.
Yeah.
He really did perform that season, and he was so unexpected, and I think he just deserves so much credit for that. And then if we're going to overrated players, this is a tough decision as well. But in recent seasons, because on the spot 30 seconds, it's kind of hard to think. But the one that stuck in my mind was Morata. He really didn't do much. And I'm not saying like he's overrated, but he just didn't fit the side. The price tag we paid, he didn't live up to it.
Yeah.
He just did nothing for us.
I would have thought you would have said Torres.
Torres, not really, because he scored a Champions League goal.
Yeah.
Champions League final goal, 1-on-1. So like you can't really say.
Do you think though, although that he wasn't overrated, do you think looking back at it,
he underperformed?
He was worth the 50 million you paid for him. Obviously, like judging on how he did at Liverpool,
he
was
compared
worth
to his
that.
Liverpool seasons.
He was worth it.
Like he did bad. But if you're comparing him to what he actually did for the club at Chelsea, he got us a Champions League. So I think you have to get the respect on his name. But he was a beast at Liverpool.
Yeah, 100%.
So I understand why you might have thought that, but now I'd say Morata.
Yep.
Just shocking.
All right, cool. All right, give me the third question then, man.
All right, your third question. Oh yeah. So, how did you start supporting Arsenal? / when did you start supporting Arsenal?
Oh man, I don't even have to.
Yeah,
put time. It's family, man. Like Dad, I guess I didn't have a choice. Dad was an Arsenal fan.
So your dad was where's he? Is he back from around that area?
From England. Yeah, he used to go to Highbury week in, week out. He
That's
used
insane.
to go and watch them train back when you could in the 70s and the 60s.
That's madness.
My uncle's an Arsenal fan, so like you know,
just in the family.
Yeah, and you know, if you're getting named after an Arsenal player, you kind of like, well, I got no choice. So I'm glad.
That's interesting fact, and that would have been at the podcast on the Instagram. So if you guys haven't seen that, again at the 3 Points Podcast.
So that's why it's all to my dad, and I appreciate that he's done that because you know it's a good thing that it's got that I support Arsenal, and you know my uncle's a big fan. Like I said, my dad's an Arsenal fan. My uncle Dave is an Arsenal fan. Des is a Chelsea fan. You get along with him.
Hey, there we go. Finally, I'm starting to like Marc's family.
Yeah, and my other uncle, I think, is a United fan. I don't know why, but he's always wanted to be different from everyone else. But I've kind of been born into it. I had kits when I was 2 years old, 3 years old. I had, England tops and all that sort of thing. But yeah.
That would have been insane.
So that is why I support Arsenal, man. And but my earliest memory as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, that's what the question I was going to follow up with.
Would have made me that I probably can remember that was so vivid was the 2011 Carling Cup final.
Yep.
Where we lost against Birmingham.
Oh.
And we had that.
Yes, I've seen that clip.
Where
yes.
We had that
was easy, they said,
between Koscielny and Szczesny.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I'd been watching Arsenal beforehand, but I just remember like vividly that was one of the worst days as an Arsenal fan for me. Although
it was tough for a lot of Arsenal fans. I've seen
now it's Carling Cup, League Cup, third tier, but
it's still
at the time I was a kid. I was like, we're gonna win this, and that happened.
Lost it.
But again, would I take all the FA Cups we've won since? Of course, but it's one of those moments where like. It's ingrained in my head, you know what I mean?
Awesome. All right,
good
moving
question,
on.
Man. All right, so your fourth question.
Fourth question.
If you could have one Chelsea player in their prime in this current Chelsea squad, who would it be and why?
In their prime?
And it's got to improve the squad. It can't be like you can't bench an actual first teamer.
So it's got to improve the squad.
So who's a weak spot in your club, and who would you replace in their prime?
Good question. Good question.
All right, the time starts now.
All right.
I think I know who I'd say.
There's a lot though. You don't know who I
yeah.
could say. Like I've actually thought of like 7 players they could go to.
Yeah.
That would improve our squad. Yeah.
Well, as an outsider, I think I'd know. All right, you've got 2 seconds. 1,
Whoa.
done.
All
30
right.
seconds up. Whatever you've got in your head, you've got to say.
I think that right now our squad is weak in the goalkeeping department.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, you're talking about current squad in that position.
Yep.
So that's why I'm thinking this answer. I would say Petr Cech prime.
Petr Cech
Because
prime.
that will win us a league.
Yep.
Because I'm not saying Mendy's bad, but I say with a Petr Cech prime in goal. But then I was roughing up the Robin as well, Deco, obviously Lampard, Drogba, Anelka.
I was going to say JT.
Yeah, John Terry. Yeah, again, another good shout.
Yeah,
See, centre back. It's such a hard.
You had a centre half like John Terry and Thiago Silva. Imagine that, man.
That would be. I didn't think of that, but I thought more keepers just because keepers right now.
Of course, man.
Mendy, I know is good, but
Mendy hasn't
Petr
proved
Cech
himself.
Prime
Yeah,
Petr Cech, world's best goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah.
Do not care.
All right. Okay, and your fifth.
So my fifth and final question to you. All right. What is your happiest moment as an Arsenal fan?
Let me start the timer. Happiest moment.
30 seconds starting now. We haven't really stuck to the 30 seconds thing, but it's all right. It's just to give it a little bit of a timer.
You know what? I'm going to stop it right there.
4 seconds in. You reckon he knows? Come on.
I've had to experience this, obviously, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. The happiest moment would have had to be in last season's FA Cup.
Really?
And I'm going to say...
Okay.
Because of the season...
Interesting.
The season we went through with Emery... And it looked
been
like
heartbreaking.
It looked like we weren't going to turn anything around.
Yeah.
It honestly, it felt like a chore to support the club.
Yep.
It didn't feel like, there was not a lot of love. And to see Arteta come in and to, like, if someone had told me when Emery was sacked, don't worry, you're going to win a trophy by the end of the season.
You would have felt a bit better.
I would have been like, yeah, whatever. I wouldn't have believed it.
You wouldn't have believed it?
I wouldn't have believed it. I was being, not with this squad. No way. Like, we've got so many bottle jobs. None of them are fit to wear the shirt.
That's fair enough, to be honest. Now I'm thinking of that. It's fair enough,
so
yeah.
that was an emotional night for me when we won the
Because I'm more thinking of your squad now, and I'm thinking how strong they are, but obviously they were never always that strong. Yeah. They were quite weak, especially when Emery left. What Emery left to state the club in was quite poor.
It was a mess. We were sitting in the bottom half of the table. We were close to the relegation, and we were top.
That's mad. That's a madness for Arsenal, especially known as that club that finished fourth for pretty much every season.
Exactly, and then you come in, and we didn't think like, we're going to get slapped against United.
Yep.
We ended up beating United. We're going to get slapped against City. We beat City.
Yep.
We beat Chelsea. But, there were 2 new managers.
Because that FA Cup win was against Chelsea. And so that's probably also why it was a good moment for you.
Yeah, but
not for me.
No, regardless, I think whoever it was against, I think that, like, obviously under Wenger and all that, I knew we had a good squad with Ozil, Sanchez, Cazorla, all that. But with that squad, if Arteta didn't take over and have the impact he did, Aubameyang wouldn't have stayed.
That's true.
And who would have gotten those sort of goals?
Yep.
We wouldn't have gotten someone like Gabriel, who's our new centre half, because how could we convince him? We wouldn't have gotten someone like. That's
what I'm talking about. Aspiring managers. He's an inspiring manager. Yeah, exactly.
So it looks positive, and I genuinely thought it's a good moment.
Yeah.
And that's why to me it was probably the most happiest time as an Arsenal fan.
That's honestly, that's a good answer. I'd say, that makes sense now. Thinking about it, the FA Cup where you guys came from.
Yeah.
But so, do you have your final question?
Yep.
Awesome.
Who was the biggest snake at Chelsea?
Biggest snake? Oh, easy. Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say his name anymore because I forgot about it.
Yeah.
But Snake. Snaked us for Real Madrid. Big snake move. There's been some snakes, but we've had a lot of snakes to be honest. But I feel like just the way he went about leaving the club was just so poor.
Did he? I don't really know. Did he refuse to train?
So he just had an attitude problem, and he just kept refusing replacing transfer requests, and the way he left the club just around Madrid at the time when we didn't really have a backup. Mm-hmm. So we were struggling, and just the way he left was just poor because we had to get Kepa in obviously on quick.
Mm-hmm.
But it was bound to go. But I'll just say the meme at the Chelsea club was just snake. He's snake emojis all on his Instagram at the time. I'd say him definitely.
Yep. All right. Oh.
And then I think no one really comes close.
Second? No. Nah. You don't have anyone that you were like they.
To be honest, it's not really snaky anymore. I've kind of got to the point where I'm like, it's fair enough. It's football. I get it. But Willian joining Arsenal, I don't really like. Like, why? Like,
Yeah.
just go join another club. But end of the day, he's getting first
Yeah.
team football. I'm, as a fan of football, happy for the guy.
Yeah.
So he's not really a snake.
No, they were interesting questions, man, and for both of us, and it was
some good answers actually.
Yeah,
I learned
no,
a lot
it
about you that I
was-
didn't really know about your
yeah.
moments, especially the FA Cup one. Quite interesting.
Yeah, like I mean, I could obviously say like the Invincibles sort of thing, but I was never around to witness that. As a
Yeah.
fan, I expected us to beat Hull in the FA Cup final. In
Yeah, there's obviously some
2014.
key moments for
and all
Chelsea
that,
as well. First
but-
Premier League, but I wasn't there, so I can't really talk about it.
On our way to the cup final, as we went up against City, I thought we're gonna get shown here.
Yeah, and you didn't.
We
Came
fluked it.
out.
We came out and I think we won.
Gave him a
2-0.
game. Yep.
And I thought once you guys scored 1-0 Pulisic, I thought we're gonna it's gonna be like Europa League final.
But we
So
were
we
talking
got
about this
slapped.
midweek. Yeah, we were saying
Yeah.
that I honestly thought we were going to go on to win that game, and
Yeah.
then just came out the
I
blocks
thought you
and
guys
we
were
looked
gonna
poor.
score 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And I thought, fuck, here we go. We're being shown, but we have not since under Arteta been shown that we're fluking it. It's consistent, you know.
100%.
Even if we lose against like when we lost against Liverpool, we win that game to the 80th minute. We're 2-1 down, but we still had that. If we got that one goal,
Yeah, that
we're still in
momentum.
that
Yeah,
game,
you were just
know what I
looking
mean?
like a strong team,
So,
honestly.
You know, with the squad he's got that Emery couldn't do, we're doing all right.
How could you not be proud of that? You know,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
FA Cup.
So-
I would have been proud as a Chelsea fan having Lampard win his first trophy because it was Arteta's first trophy as
Yeah.
well. So I think it just, I get that. It's a good moment for the
Yeah.
whole club.
All right, before we get onto the last and final topic, do you want to touch? I wanted to quickly tell you. Did you hear about the Arsene Wenger documentary?
Yeah. So you mentioned that before, I think.
Mm.
So you want to talk about that, man? Because I don't really know too much about it. So is it coming out?
He's
Hey,
got a book coming out, and it's actually already out. I've got my order. It should be coming at the end of the
hey,
week.
you already
so-
got that?
No, I haven't
my
got
man.
it yet. It should be coming out. I should be getting it by the end of the week, which I'm looking forward to reading.
Oh,
that.
look. Yeah, I kind
I'll-
of look forward to reading that as
I'll
well.
write notes down and we can talk about it on the podcast. But once that got released, they kind of announced that ITV or someone has signed like a deal with Arsenal to do a documentary of him, like his whole footballing career, especially detailing his Invincibles season.
Oh, that would be very
Because-
exciting to see.
Like the season beforehand, where he said like, you know, we're gonna go. I want to go a whole season unbeaten. Everyone laughed at him, and then the following season he did
So
it.
do you reckon there'll be some behind the scenes? Any maybe?
I hope so. I'd like
Yeah.
like a. It doesn't. I don't want. It's not going to be like all or nothing because there wouldn't have been cameras. But I'd love to see like a halftime talk
Yeah.
once, just so I can just.
Do you reckon they recorded halftime talks?
I reckon they might be one or maybe a full-time talk or just like a pre-match talk.
Yeah. Just get that
Wenger's
excitement
very
in it. Yeah.
He's got that kind of like you don't know about him. He seems very placid in the media and chilled out.
I
Imagine
feel like he's very passionate
you know,
though.
and to manage players like
Henry,
Henry,
the
Bergkamp,
egos, yeah.
Vieira,
100%.
it would be interesting to see how he handled those sort of big
They're
names.
big egos. They're big names.
Yeah.
Big players.
Like he genuinely had to ban all the journalists to come down and watch training because they had so many fights week in week out, the players,
Jesus.
and they thought that the bad press
wouldn't
wouldn't
help
help.
that. Yeah.
you know, he knew that on the pitch they'd work as a team, but they were just that competitive.
Yeah, and training they
in
would
training,
argue
they would
about
argue,
dumb
they would
things, and
tackle
then the
each
press
other.
would try to
Yeah.
twist that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be very interesting, and
When does that come out again? Sorry.
I think it's scheduled for 2022, so it's going to be a while.
So wow. Yeah.
But-
Okay.
but I'm still.
Jeez, I thought that was coming out soon. I was getting
Yeah.
excited then. So we
As
still got a
soon
while
as-
to wait for
yeah.
that one.
But there's like that classic photo of like when he's got the title, he's got the shirt saying, and it says Arsene Wenger, you're stupid or something.
Yeah.
And because that's
Yeah,
what all-
The
that's what he
classic.
called him after when he said,
Proved
"I
them
want-"
wrong.
wanted to do the whole
100%.
season
Manifested it.
So yeah, no, it would just be interesting. It would also be interesting to see if they mentions like obviously his decline with the board and you know towards the end of his tenure at Arsenal. You know, I still think we did him a bit dirty. I
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
I-
Even as a Chelsea fan, I feel bad for
yeah,
Wenger.
I think with the amount of like loyalty he had to the club because he went through United offered him a job, Munich, Madrid, Barcelona,
Yeah.
France, and he could have said, "Yep, I'm going to see you," but he didn't.
He stayed.
And I thought, although we weren't getting the results on the pitch, that we should have given him the opportunity to end things.
It's
on
just
his
been
own
a
terms.
better ending. Yeah, the
Although-
terms of that
yeah.
relationship ended was so poor, and just as a Chelsea fan, just my thoughts quickly, I just felt it was
Mm.
very unprofessional, and just Wenger got treated like shit. He did a lot for you boys, and
Yeah,
I think some of you cunts were a bit ungrateful.
yeah.
Just
and,
that's the harsh way to put it, but it's just
Yeah.
true.
And although he came out and said, you know, I've decided to leave, you knew that he was pushed. You know
100%.
that- You know, the board came out and said either you're going to say that you're leaving, or we're going to say that
Yeah.
you're sacked.
Yeah.
And he had that choice, you know. And I think he walked out with his head held high and said, "I'm leaving." But you know, he's doing well now. I think he's like on the FIFA board and all that sort of stuff. And
Well, that's good to hear.
but yeah, so you know that'll be good. good book and a good documentary to watch.
So move on to the last topic quickly.
Premier League predictions.
Premier League predictions.
Right. Everton Liverpool. You said, what did you say? So
I said 4-3.
4-3. I'm going with what I said last.
Yep.
4-4.
Okay.
4-4. Chelsea Southampton.
2-0.
No, you said 2-1, didn't you?
I said 2-1.
3-1 you said.
Oh, did I say 3-1?
Yeah, you wrote it down, remember?
Oh, I changed it. I've changed
You
it.
changed
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to take your prediction 3-1.
3-1. All right. If I'm fucking right with the other one, I'll be so mad. But I'm saying 2-0 because we kept a clean sheet last week, and I think we'll continue that on.
Yeah.
I think another clean sheet.
City Arsenal, I'm going to say 2-1 to Arsenal.
I think, what did I say for that game?
You didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah. I would say 3-1 City.
3-1 City.
Yeah.
Right. Newcastle United.
1-0 Newcastle. Even though I said United would come back with a win, I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to put my energy into Newcastle win. I want to see United fall this season.
I think they're going to get through somehow 2-1 to
2-1?
United. Somehow VAR or something.
I think they will scrape a win, but
Yeah,
I'm just going to say
somehow.
Newcastle 1-0.
Yep. Sheffield United, Fulham.
Sheffield haven't been looking good this season.
No.
They
both haven't got a point.
haven't got a point, so we were talking about this last week on the podcast. I'm going to say a draw.
I'm going to say 1-0 to Sheffield United.
I'm going to say 1-0.
1-0?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1-0 to Sheffield United. Palace, Brighton.
Palace lost obviously to us last week. Brighton, what was their result? They lost as well. I think they're yet to pick up a point.
They lost 4-2 to Everton.
Have they picked up a point? Can you look at that ladder quickly?
Yeah, they have. They've got 1 win.
1 win,
and
okay.
3 losses. That win was against...
Because this is a tough game. So
They beat Newcastle 3-0.
I'm going to say Palace. I think Zaha will have a good game and score a goal.
Yeah. So what's the score?
Say 2-1.
2-1. I'll say 2-0 to Palace.
Okay.
Tottenham, West Ham.
We said Tottenham. I think Tottenham will win, obviously. I think it will be a 3-1.
I'm going to say 2-2.
Okay.
Leicester, Villa.
Leicester, Villa. I said Villa would win. I still think they will. Prediction-wise, Villa. I'm going to say 2-1 Villa.
I'm going to say 3-1 Villa.
3-1? Okay.
3-1 Villa. West Brom, Burnley. West Brom have 1 point this season. Burnley have 0.
One. I'm going to say Burnley.
Yep.
Only because... no, I changed it. Sorry. West Brom, 1-0.
Yeah.
It'll be a low-scoring game.
I'm going to say 0-0 West Brom, Burnley.
Yep. Okay, that's fair enough. I can see why you get that draw.
Leeds, Wolves.
Leeds, Wolves. I reckon Leeds will win 3-1.
I reckon Leeds will win 2-1.
All right.
2-1. All right, well, that's it for this episode. Quickly, we're going to have next week Liam on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll touch on that quickly. So we're having like a little, probably just a guest on. It will be just be Liam. I think just one guest. Hey?
And then, only Liam. And then the following week, Liam's going to be on again because
we've got another game
versus United.
And that's going to be very good to watch.
So, so either Liam's going to come back on, not next episode, but the episode after, happy or pretty shit to be back.
Yeah, because he could go on a losing streak and he's not going to be too hot.
Yeah, he could. I'm calling it now, actually. If you guys beat...
We smashed them 5-0.
He won't turn up.
Liam, if you're listening right now, you better turn up.
I'd turn up.
You got to face it. You got to face it.
You know, if
I would face it if we lost 5-0. I'd face it.
If you're a proud United fan, you've got to wear it on your shirt and get your grievances out on air, man.
You have to voice it. The people want to hear.
Yeah, how many followers? We got 23 followers.
Let them listen.
Let them listen to your pain, because we all enjoy it, and it will get us views as well, man. So you're helping us out.
But I do appreciate you coming again, Marc, for this episode.
It was brilliant. It's nice and it's warmer tonight. And
it was a good night tonight. Hey,
it's 11:20 at night tonight, so it was a bit earlier.
Bit earlier than a normal podcast for us.
Went for an hour and 20 minutes. We thought it would go, but.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a short episode, guys. We're actually proud that we got to an hour 20. And we covered some good topics today.
Yeah, man. For like a break where there was no Premier League football.
But, guys, next week we'll be back to normal schedule. We will have the Premier League. We'll have Liam on the show. Yeah. Marc, want to finish off quickly?
Yeah, quickly. We're not going to be on next week on a Wednesday upload. We're going to
be on a Thursday. Yeah.
Because indoor starts on Tuesday. We're going drinking out on Tuesdays.
And we will give you guys updates of that.
Yeah, and... So Wednesday, we're going to be recording the episode. Thursday morning, it will come out. So 1 day later, but we're still going.
Yep,
it's still
going strong.
So yeah, man. Good
Apart from that, another good episode.
It will be a month next week that we've been podcasting.
That's going to be a milestone. We'll celebrate that, surely.
Month, man.
We'll
have some drinks, and we'll get Liam to have a drink as well, man.
All right, guys. We appreciate you for tuning in.
No worries, guys, and we'll
We'll
speak
catch
to
you
you guys
later.
next week. See ya.